the sting when you are sick. Your mouth waters when you think about food. Just thinking about food makes your salivary glands under your tongue make carbohydrates. Oh. Carbohydrates is how to say carbohydrates. Carbohydrates digest starches when in alkali. Your saliva contains alkalis and water. Starch is in the base of pizza, pastas and potatoes. Starch foods are called long chain carbohydrates. Your teeth are helped by the mild alkalis like saliva and toothpaste. Acids dissolve your teeth. Dissolve. Food moves down your throat in a ball shape called a bolus. Your throat is called your esophagus. Esophagus is how to say esophagus. The esophagus is the tube from your mouth to your stomach. If there is only air in your stomach, you can hear your stomach moving. Your stomach moving is called churning and rumbling. Stomach. Yeah. Esophagus. Your stomach glands put hydrochloric acid onto your food. Hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria. The acid that helps the stomach's digestive enzyme. The acid also helps the stomach's digestive enzymes. Enzymes. The enzymes that digest proteins. That digests protein is protease. The live bacteria in yogurt are good for you. If you eat bad food with too many harmful bacteria, you are sick. You are also ill if you eat bad food full of bacteria excretum. Bacteria excretum is called toxins. Bacteria breed on meat that is left out of the freezer, excreting toxins as they eat. Your stomach squeezes, and up comes the food, all mixed with hydrochloric acid, HCl. The back of your mouth is joined to your nose. Your nose stings as the stomach's hydrochloric acid dissolves the skin. You might not have had this yet, but sooner or later, everybody eats something they shouldn't do. Usually it's meat that's gone off from cheap restaurants, particularly if it's strong tasting flavours on the meat like curry, because the curry flavour means you can't taste the toxins. But they hit you back like an hour to 8 hours later. After the stomach is the intestines. The top of the intestines, yes, test, is called the duodenum. In your duodenum, carbohydrates is secreted onto the food. Yes, more carbohydrates. Carbohydrates from the saliva in your mouth, and then carbohydrates in the duodenum. This carbohydrate comes from the pancreas. Pancreas. Bile is also secreted on the food. Made in the liver, bile is stored in the gallbladder. Bile makes the liquid fat spheres break up into little spheres so that lipase can digest the fats. Bile is an alkaline mixture which neutralizes the stomach's acid. Near your small intestine, blood near your small intestine takes away the digested food. The goodness in digested food is called nutrients. Nutrients. Blood near the large intestine absorbs the water you need. Blood goes through your kidneys and the urea is excreted to make urine. Urine. Urine is waste proteins. Yeah, you can't store proteins, so they're thrown out. Urine is stored in the bladder. Bladders are strong bags. Yes, they used to be used for the insides of footballs. That's why the inside of football is still called a bladder, although now we've made it from plastic. The gallbladder stores bile. On the diagram, put the lines from the words to the organs. Add esophagus. Your mouth makes alkali and carbohydrates to digest the carbohydrates called starch in rice, bread, potatoes. Your throat is called the esophagus. Americans don't put the O at the front because it's not pronounced, so Mr. Webster, who made the American Webster's Dictionary, left it out. He did lots of spelling changes. Esophagus in the USA. Your stomach makes hydrochloric acid and protease. To digest the proteins in steak, chicken and nuts. Your duodenum also digests starch with carbohydrates. Amylase. Your gallbladder stores bile from the liver. Bile breaks fats into small spheres that are easier to digest. Your small intestine absorbs food. Your large intestine absorbs water. Bacteria are killed by food that is very salty, very dry, or very sugary. I made one mistake during that, just to see if you can find it. Can you find the mistake I made in the video? Bye! Press my picture for more of my videos. Press like, press subscribe.